Hello, 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 and welcome to Hire Drills, the show that makes the job search more joyful and less successful. Each episode, three unemployed folks compete in a series of job search related drills, and their performance will be judged by just somebody who currently has a job. I'm Carly Reimann, and I'm not just your co-host. I'm also an unemployed contestant striving for a stranger to like me. That's what I like to call hashtag relatable.
And my name is Nick, and a little bit about me is that...
The music!
If the job search were a job, you'd quit it. More humanity, less dignity, no shame. Pull your hope from the flames, job hunting's a game, so let's play. Hire drills, hire drills. When our hearts get low, we get hire drills, hire drills. We think we are clever, but the internet's forever.
The Honorable Vanessa Duff is the Executive Creative Director at Finn Partners, which sure seems like a real job. Welcome, Vanessa.
I am really happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And Carly, you're very good at this.
Thank you so much. Please put it as a recommendation on my LinkedIn. Now let's meet my rivals. Jakob Schaeffer is a brilliant and kind assistant research engineer and is aiming to be a mechanical engineer, quote, of some sort, who's presently between gigs. Welcome, Jakob.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here, and so is my ghost cat, Jewel.
I'm more excited about the ghost cat Jewel, to be honest. Last and definitely least, Nick Lloyd is my co-host, a true friend, a talented brand director, and an inspiration to mediocre men everywhere. And he's just as unemployed as the rest of us. Hi, Nick.
Hey.
Now, Vanessa, Walt Whitman famously wrote, "Be curious, not judgmental." What qualifications give you the right to judge people as harsh as you like?
Because I always know what to wear to a party.
That is so valid.
How?
It's just there. It just comes to me.
I love that.
Yeah, I feel like we're in safe hands this episode.
And Jakob, aside from being a person I know in real life, you're an actual scientist. What do you have to do to be good at the job?
For science and engineering stuff, I think having a thorough understanding of how things work in theory and in practice is very useful. Not useful if you don't have a job.
I liked that answer. You should say the first part in an interview.
Oh, okay. We'll take it again.
Yeah. Don't worry.
You
This
really
is
got to
recorded.
understand how things work.
Perfect. Put that on your professional TikTok.
It is time for our first drill. Use AI to make a new LinkedIn headshot with at least one aspect of your current existing pic. Judge Duff will have 10 points to distribute this round however she so chooses. Carly, you are up.
Go with me here. I have a black and white LinkedIn headshot, and it is a little blown out. So what I did is I found a free AI image generator. Shout out Deep AI. Since it was already black and white, I was like, I'm feeling old Hollywood. Let's go with that. It popped out this. Think noir, think mystery. Gut reaction was like, whoa, okay. And then I was like, this could get closer to me. And then I tried 2 more prompts to get it more specifically me. Mainly my hair, because I am naturally blonde, and the face got further and further away. I asked at least 15 people out of the 3 photos which one looks most like me, and they said this one.
I think it has a real Casablanca kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't have a job, you'll always have Paris, I guess.
The jaunty scarf. I mean,
Yeah.
what's not to love about that?
And honestly, tasteful cleavage. They're beautiful.
I mean, if you like tasteful cleavage, you're going to love the next 2 pictures. Jakob.
I need you to look very closely, okay? I know. It's tough to see that it's me. What I did is I decided to highlight my current LinkedIn profile photo and have AI show how banal it really is. I also went to a free AI tool, Pixlr, and said, make the background black and white. And in just one click, it knew what was me and what was the background. Everyone's like, yes, generative AI, you can look crazy, fancy, and different things, but this is how AI is sneaking in. If you're afraid of AI, it's sneaking in. If you love AI, it's snuck in.
Mine, Judge Duff, I know you say you know what to wear to a party, but what do you wear if you've decided that maybe you should be like some sort of a game ranger, holding a piece of straw in a zoo enclosure, maybe having just fed the kangaroos, a little bit gruff, a little bit grizzled, but also like tender and kind, sort of person who remembers your birthday, doesn't do anything about it, but remembers it. Also, it aged me for some reason. I guess all that time out in the sun, but the truth hurts.
Are those Australian crow's feet on your face, Nick, that we saw?
Yeah, they are poisonous.
Okay, great.
Oh, you guys, this is hard.
Mm.
That's really compelling work here.
Yeah.
Carly, when you presented yours, I was really blown away. Like, I want to know this person. I want to work with this person. I want to be this person. I want to understand more about what it would be like working with Carly. I don't care if it looks like you or not.
I love that because I feel like a real catfish.
And then Jacob, at first, I was a little like, okay, you kind of missed the brief here. But then as you explained it, I realized that maybe this was how you are showing us how things work. It's not what we expect. It's not what we think we know about AI. It's like a different aspect, shifting like the paradigm that we understand currently. And so that got me just thinking about things that I wasn't prepared to think about.
I feel like I'm background catfishing though. So I'll just put that out there just to kind of air some dirty laundry.
And Nick, I'm really pleased that you came through like this. I'm finding great pleasure that you maintained your pensive hand clasp. This seems like a really important aspect of personality that you want to communicate and convey. I am curious, like, where are we? You've taken us to a whole different place. You are an applicant who is like ready for almost anything that you could have thrown at you. Like I said, I'm generous. I'm going to go 10, 8, and 9.
Oh, so we got 10 total points. So you've got to split 10 in 3 ways.
Oh, okay.
I'll happily still take the 8. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Gotcha. Okay. I feel less good about this. Okay, then I'm going to go 5, 2, and 3.
Yeah, again, I'm happy to take 4 or 5 if that makes the math easier.
Yeah, don't back down from your guns, Vanessa.
Okay, we'll hop right into the next one. Send 5 LinkedIn connection requests to strangers that mention a mundane task like doing the dish. I will just be perfectly honest. This one made my skin crawl.
So for my first request, I thought the most mundane task is submitting paperwork in duplications. So I wanted to submit a request to someone in triplicate. I would like to submit in printed triplicate a LinkedIn connection request. I would like to submit in printed triplicate a LinkedIn connection request. I would like to submit in printed triplicate. However, unfortunately, the character count maxed out shortly after the 3rd instance of triplicate, but I felt like that was very fitting. And my next one as a mundane task was, of course, logging in to online accounts. So here I put login Jacob LinkedIn user 2 password asterisk 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 asterisk. Oops. I hope this LinkedIn connection request message box isn't a keylogger.
Just real quick, was Jacob LinkedIn user 1 taken?
You know what? I sign into the beat of my own drum, Carly. So,
Okay.
you can be number 2 without a number 1.
Yeah.
Are you like number 2 in your own heart?
Yeah. Look, I got a lot of uncovered therapy costs that we're going through. So,
I mean, same. And more after this. So I'll go into mine now. I was brushing my teeth this morning and I thought I should connect with more people who have teeth. But apparently this is too broad a search term for LinkedIn. Anyway, we should connect so long as we don't look each other in the mouth. This worked. I now have a new connection based on this note. This is all they know about me. It's a woman. I apparently picked up a professional connection with this line, and I feel awful about it.
I mean, she also has your work history.
Yeah, fair enough. So here's one that I sent to a few gentlemen. Have you ever started meditating and thought, I would do anything to avoid being alone with my thoughts right now? So then you go on LinkedIn and find someone intriguing and send a connection request? Yeah, me neither.
if they didn't reply, do they agree with that statement then?
I mean, you'll have to ask them because they don't know me.
I do love that they have left you alone with your thoughts more indefinitely.
They're like, he needs this.
Yeah. Honestly, this is a lesson for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna jump over to you, Carly.
So I was eating a gluten-free muffin this morning, and it struck me that I don't have any connections on LinkedIn that have experience in muffins. So I thought I'd find one. Never hurts to know someone who values a good breakfast pastry. Hope we can connect, Carly. This man did not work at a muffin factory. He just had previously worked on a muffin brand. His name is Nishette, and I don't know if he will accept my. I looked for somebody named Muffin, and I couldn't find one in the first 3 pages. So I said, "Who has worked on Muffin?"
So your search term was, "Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man?"
Yeah, it was a whole limerick. This guy works at vacation. So I said, "Hi, Andrew. I just got back from a vacation, and the thought struck me that I don't have people in my network that value vacation as much as I do. Then I found you. Let's connect. Stay chill."
He works at vacation. I don't know why that gets me so much.
Yeah. He works at vacation, and I was like, yeah, great.
But no connection. He didn't.
Not yet.
Not yet. My last one, she did accept. As I applied my lipstick today, it occurred to me that I need to have more bold-lipped ladies in my network here on LinkedIn. It's surprisingly hard to find profiles with a lipstick enthusiast, so I'm hoping you'll connect and keep the good vibes going. Cheers, Carly. Within a minute, she responded, literally was talking about the importance of lipstick as armor on a call an hour ago. Vibe check passed. And I said, big agree. One of my life hacks is wearing red lipstick to the airport. People treat me better. It's true. I have no other scientific proof other than anecdotal evidence. Glad we can connect.
Wow.
But I'm his sister in arms now. So
Within a minute.
in a minute.
So, Carly, I'm actually impressed. I'm surprised that this truly worked. I think that, you went kind of like straight and narrow, like you went safe and it produced actual results. And this was a very successful experiment. Jake, yours is so dry that I feel like it's just really ticking the mundane box, huge points there. It's so unimaginably deadly that, it's the front runner for me. And Nick, you just found a way to make this creepy, without even trying. And you and Carly kind of took a similar approach, but somehow you made it deeply uncomfortable for the people who read it, and I think for yourself as well. So
Oh my God, I texted you immediately, Carly. I was like, this is hard. This is cringe. And you're like, I am on a girls trip with my friends. Please stop texting me. So even confiding with you was also a poor connection request.
I was like, I'm sorry you feel creepy, but also you're one of the most personable people I know, obviously behind Jacob and myself. You genuinely are. And so I was just I think that's just a little social anxiety creeping up on you. But
I think what you should do, Nick, is you should use all these requests that you sent, put those into the AI along with whatever it was, Sydney farmland and feeding the kangaroos, and then see what it does to your face.
Okay, so Jacob, I am awarding you 6 points for your ultra mundane treatment. And Nick, sorry, I'm giving you 1 because I have to save 3 for Carly.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like that's earned. So Carly, just tell us, where do we sit with scores after 2 rounds?
So coming in last place is Nick with 4 points. And in joint first, it's Jacob. We both have 8 points.
Okay.
And those 8 points are fully vested immediately. We don't need to stay on this hire drills for 6 or more months to fully vest those points.
Actually, that's not true. You have to stay for the full episode. If you leave now, we are still host. They do vest in another 15 minutes or something.
And cash out my points and just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't leave in the middle of the episode of Jeopardy and be like, I'm taking these home.
I'll take the 500, thanks.
Okay, let's read our third of 4 drills. Create the most chaotic Zoom background that raises the hiring manager's eyebrows, but won't prompt a question. This is my real life office. I have a lovely little sign that says Live, Laugh, Lloyd. I have a hat on a rack. What I don't have is a bear reading a cookbook called Salmon for Supper in the background. So I thought that if I just sit off to the side so the bear is visible, just sitting there chilling. And I think that, I'm much more likely to get comments on my Live, Laugh, Lloyd sign, which I get a lot.
It does feel very natural in that space. I was like, oh yeah, it's like a stuffed bear that you got your book with. Of course, of course.
I also like to think that for supper means that bear's gonna have 4 suppers.
Oh yeah, he will. Carly, talk to us.
So I thought me sitting in front of this, very chill. I even would turn on a small fan so that my hair would blow, so that you could know that I'm outside of my wonderful disco hut house. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You know what it is. You don't need to ask me about it, but it's pretty interesting. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wants a disco hut house.
When I first saw this, I was not looking closely, and I thought it was a pineapple under the sea. And then it's actually a disco hut house. Totally different. I mean, it's very dry.
Big difference. And it rakes in so much money on Airbnb. For me personally, I own this. This is my house. I'm just outside for the interview,
I love the fan aspect of it too. If you were legit just like dripping sweat, me like, yeah. No, that's cool. Like, oh my gosh. Be like, wow.
Just like pull out my resume and start fanning.
Yeah. One disco ball earring and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't give away what we're doing in our next drill.
Yeah.
Jacob, we're just going right in.
Great. For this one, what I decided to do is have a lot of subtlety, right? I really took to heart the thing that is that the hiring manager would not mention the background at all. It would be something that they would constantly kind of be like, but they couldn't ever look long enough. Otherwise, they would be distracted from the interview and not actually looking. So if you look very closely, you can try and find Waldo in here. This is a where's Waldo of him in like a food hall. And I forgot to send the one where I didn't kind of photo edit a plaster wall background on it. So let me see if this will show. Oh no.
No, wait, no, we just have to go with the one image. And
yeah.
Unfortunately, if you're watching this on the internet, first of all, thank you. Please spend a moment trying to find Waldo.
I genuinely thought I found him, and then I remembered it's a Where's Waldo, and I just saw stripes.
And if there are hints and we can edit this out, he would be right about where my like head would be. Happen to be pretty much centered in the image. So it'd be really fun to just kind of like tuck off to the side and stuff like that. I mean, like, yeah. So anyway, I think I've been pretty qualified for this position. I have a couple of years of work experience, and then go back and see if they'd be like, oh,
I thought I
hit him. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to start with yours, Jake. First of all, I see like such a thread through your work. Your brand is very consistent. And there's a growing appreciation that I have for your work and and how you deliver it. And like this one it starts like soft and small, and then it like becomes like more and more and more. And at first you think that it's nothing, it's meaningless, it's maybe the most drab, boring thing you've ever seen. So you are front and center, and then you realize that there is something there. There's something to find. And so people have a desire to like spend more time with you on the screen. So I think that there's a real like hidden genius here.
Well hidden.
And
never discovered yet.
and one that needs to be like told to people for them to get, but still,
like all genius, it needs explaining.
Like all good jokes and geniuses, you got to make sure you tell people.
Yeah. And I'm gonna jump up to you, Nick. I'm very used to your background. I've seen it a lot, and I would say that the sign, your little like marquee sign there thingy, is, I mean, you included it, so I don't know. I know that in fact is distracting. It causes quite the hubbub. If they say it to you or not, they are thinking it. But the bear just kind of surprisingly does like blend in a way that surpasses expectations for how ridiculous it is. I mean, I think, your colleagues here pointed that out.
Thank you for saying I have colleagues. I am unemployed.
And Carly, I'm also seeing here, like you have a little bit of like a fabulousness that just won't stop.
Thank you.
So, like, I think that, in the long run, that's going to definitely serve you well. Maybe for this particular brief, for me, I would definitely ask about this. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like I'm gonna point you down, but secretly, I love it.
Okay, great. I respect that.
So, Jake, I'm gonna give you a whopping 12 points.
Out of 10.
12 out of 10.
Out of 10? I thought we were doing 20.
No, there's one more task.
Oh my God.
No, it can't be taken back. It can't be taken back. 12. Locked in. Locked in.
It's like a take 2 off of my score, and then we work out. I did pick somebody not judgmental to be our judge, and I'm really reveling in this.
We'll do Jake 5, Nick 3, Carly 2.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Coming up in the rear, we have Nick with 7. In the cozy little middle spot, it's me with 10. And then pulling out in front, it's Jacob with 13.
All right.
All right. So, Vanessa, you were right. We do have one more. This is the big one. Turn your resume into an ASMR video. Soothing, titillating, bring that sort of static energy to life. Now, we've each created a video between 20 seconds and 90 seconds. We're going to watch them now, and then Vanessa will make her final ruling.
Nick Lloyd's proven skills include brand strategy, content marketing, cross-functional stakeholder alignment, Zumba, creative direction, weird ideas that are kind of brilliant, weird ideas that are actually quite bad, improving self-awareness, clinical anxiety, recreational anxiety, and chronic corporate team building.
Resume of Jakob Schaeffer. Professional summary. Driven technical engineering professional with strong hands-on and theoretical foundation in physical science and engineering. Looking for hands-off technical work and for management.
I'm Carly Reimann, and you're not, and I have a tiny microphone. Let's review my resume, not because you asked, but because you clicked on this link, because you should have asked. I have 12 years experience in brand strategy, digital marketing, and whispering powerful ideas into reality. I've led $1 million budgets. I've mentored high-performing teams. I've built a brand and a website for one of the U.S.'s self-made female billionaires. Her present speaking gigs quintupled, and her brand voice still strung down that digital runway. I launched a ChatGPT-based bot across 8 companies, named it, branded it, and made it more consistent and correct than your ex. I saved $340,000 in overhead without anyone missing a deadline. I fled philanthropy and DEI at a corporate level, and I made internal comms that didn't suck. In fact, employee engagement went up 15%. Shocking, I know. My social strategy increased engagement by 40%. My storytelling turned site visitors into stands. And my leadership built calm, brilliant teams that actually liked working together. In fact, several of them are still friends to this day. This resume isn't just experience, it's evidence. So, if you're looking for a creative director or a marketing leader who leads with heart, writes with bite, and always gets results, slide into my inbox. I'll be here, petting my dog, fixing your brand in my head, and waiting for our conversation. Talk to you soon.
So, Carly, is there anything you'd like to say about your performance here?
Yeah, absolutely. I was the one that ideated this task and then did not remember that we had put a cap at 30 seconds. I would like everybody to know that I cut it down from a 3 minute and 30-second video, I recorded this at least 15 times. And then I finally got to like a 2 minute mark, and then I sped it up by 1.4%. So, and then I added some fun flair.
That flair was great.
Qualify me.
Jacob, is there anything you have to say for yourself?
No, I think the beginning of that video spoke for itself. I just got through my professional summary, not my full listing of jobs and positions. So thank you.
I was impressed by your performances. I outsourced mine to AI and used was it Google Veo for this, and was very excited. I think I did this on a plane, and so I was like watching computerized women whisper about me while in a middle seat for like 2 hours.
I also would like to know, did you select the silky pink pajama lady?
I didn't get very many options. I left it sort of open to interpretation for how Google would present the people. I just said that I wanted to be able to see their hands on the keyboard. The chunky sweater, the silky pajamas, all of those are creative decisions that I applaud but did not make.
Something I've learned about AI recently, it definitely tailors its output to the user. We've done informal experiments here at work, and same prompt, different outcomes with different users.
Awesome. So just a reminder, you have 20 points now. So if you wanted to give Jacob 12, that is allowed. I suppose you could give Carly 22 points and then deduct points from the rest of us. It just has to add up to 20.
Can I invest points in you, Vanessa, and then get like returns on that?
No, you are not fully vested with your points yet. So
Oh, that's right.
you're so close.
You need to have
If we have you back for another episode, you can absolutely sort of gamble, or like use some sort of margin investing.
Okay, perfect.
I really look forward to the judge you have in here who does remove points from previous rounds to then allocate to future rounds, because I'm sure that will feel very fun. It's not my style. I'm not going to do that. It just feels wrong. I'm gonna just move from left to right the way that I see them, starting with Carly. It is a very long video. It was chocked full of good information. I kind of went back and forth between like digging the humor of it to feeling like just annoyed that like it was it was so whispery and it was taking forever to get me that information. There's also something Elizabeth Moss-like about the way that you look this close to the camera. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure.
I love that. Thank you.
It's the Handmaid's ASMR.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of thinking Peggy, but
Mad Men ASMR.
Yeah. But I mean, it did make me want to spend more time to learn more about you, because you sound like someone who would definitely, do things for the company. And then Nick, I was pleasantly surprised at your use of sexuality in this particular one. Like kind of just, just the right like dropper of it, like knowing that like it does indeed sell, but I feel like it was shy of being creepy. So that was, a good
First for me.
And considering who might be, I mean, if it's older, hiring managers who see this and they're kind of like just getting like a sort of familiar with this trend, like now this is going to feel delightfully confusing for them and enjoyable because of the nails, the keyboard, all of that. But mostly they'll just be like intrigued with the shiny, pink pajamas and won't be able to stop thinking about that. And Jake, this one, maybe this was like my personal, I'd share it with my boyfriend favorite, just be like, look how like wacky this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
But then for the answering the brief, like this one, because of the gloves primarily, then did tip into wherever Nick left creepy off, you picked it up and then and carried.
I did carry the torch.
The rest of the way. So I'm awarding points, Nick 9, Jake 5, and Carly 6.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a huge comeback. Not
comeback.
enough to win, but I'm proud. Thank you.
Okay, the scores are Both Nick and I in second place with 16 points.
Wow.
And our winner today
First
is
place.
our special guest, Jake, with 18 points.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Fully
Even though
vested.
close.
Fully vested. Okay, bye.
And that's the end of our episode. I'd like to thank the stylish and impressive Vanessa Duff and the very funny and extremely qualified Jakob Schaeffer for being our judge and guest, respectively.
And thanks to everyone who's watched along. Please like, subscribe, and share this with any unemployed friends you know who could just use a bit of a pick-me-up. It's hard out there, and we need each other. Likewise, if it's not hard out there and you are hiring, you let us know right now.
Until upper management has another hire drill, we've been Carly Reimann and Nick Lloyd.
And we're going to give you 20 minutes back in your day.